Creativity takes courage. Sometimes students get caught up in being either right or wrong and lose their sense of creativity along the way. Each of Ms. Figueroa's students were encouraged to exercise their creativity through an understanding of science and art expression. They did not solely imitate art, but produced it themselves.
Science is often not considered an artistic process. Our goal with this assignment was to reconstruct this misconception through integrating art into the exploration of earth science. Through spending time and connecting with the students in Ms. Figueroa's class, we adapted this lesson to their interest and current study. The students learned about the forms of water, oceans, lakes, and rivers in terms of the elements of art: line, shape, and color. For hands-on experience, students personally interacted with liquid and solid water. By the end of the lesson, the class could identify solid and liquid water based on color, and were working to identify bodies of water based on shape.
Where is the creativity in this process? Although students were initially presented with a NASA image to inspire their artwork, personal connections and experiences with water shaped their interpretation. This student associated green with land and trees. Although trees were not visually represented in the NASA image, she made the creative choice to incorporate them into her picture. This student saw the bold colors and the general shape and used this as his inspiration for his drawing. His coloring demonstrated the creativity of making the NASA image his own.
This student saw lots of colors in a thin stream and decided that this reminded her of a beach. So instead of imitating exactly what she saw in the picture, she saw what it reminded her of and drew a picture using line, shape, and color to represent that. This student explored her personal interaction with water and the world around her. Through adding herself to the picture, she portrayed how water made her feel by using bright colors and lines, indicating her fun and happy experiences with water in the past.
See all those blue things? Those are the water, and all the green things are the land. You see the squiggling lines right here. It's very squiggly.
You can see from this picture that the student did not stick to the exact color and shape that the photograph showed him. He colored in a way that he deemed appropriate for trying to show water and land. This student demonstrated her creativity through producing a final product that depicted her knowledge of water while connecting her previous experiences. The student knew she wanted to portray land as green, buildings as black, and water as blue, and created a representation of her drawing that accurately portrayed that.
This student observed the swirling movement of water in the NASA image and incorporated this observation into his own drawing. Through using familiar word choice such as lake and river, this student described his personal interpretation of the image.
My drawing's about a big sea, and their little rivers are crawling out, and there are little pink parts of the islands, and this is where people live.
This student drew a more accurate representation of her picture, but through her narration showed her creative thinking. She looked beyond the still photograph and drafted a story to go along with her interpretation. For instance, people living in the green part of her drawing. This project could have easily been a pursuit of imitation. Instead, students chose to be actively creative through utilizing skills that benefited their own learning. Therefore, the students furthered their understanding by forming personal connections to their experiences with water, which allowed them to consolidate their knowledge and avoid sole memorization. So what does it mean to be creative? It lies with the students themselves, in their artwork and in their ability to make science an artistic process.